We would like to welcome all of you to this update on the situation facing our brothers in Russia. As you know, on April 20th, the Supreme Court of the Russian Federation ruled against Jehovah's Witnesses and decided to liquidate the administrative center of Jehovah's Witnesses in Russia and all of our local religious organizations. We appealed this decision, and the hearing for the appeal took place in Moscow on July 17th. Sadly, the three-judge panel upheld this unjust decision against us, which effectively bans our religious activity in Russia. The court case against our brothers in Russia, in some aspects, resembles the court case against Jesus Christ. That the charges against us are completely unfounded.
Jehovah's Witnesses have settled 9 lawsuits alleging church policies protected men who abused children for many years. In settling, the church did not acknowledge wrongdoing. Now, evidence has surfaced that leaders did know about some of the men, but apparently never informed authorities.
The charges against us are completely unfounded.
The Jehovah's Witnesses recently agreed to pay to settle a lawsuit that alleged the church knew or should have known McLean was a pedophile. One of 9 similar cases church headquarters settled without admitting wrongdoing.
But internal church records now coming to light in those lawsuits show that the church knew for years that some prominent members were sexually abusing children and did little.
The charges against us are completely unfounded.
Policies and procedures enacted by Jehovah's Witnesses protect pedophiles rather than protect the children.
As the church prefers to keep an abuser's confession confidential, treating abuse more as a sin than as a crime.
They do not report child abuse to the authorities unless it's mandated by a state for the clergy to do so.
But not all states require clergy to report child sexual abuse. That means some abusers get caught only if victims finally come forward.
The charges against us are completely unfounded.
Quebec's coroner is investigating the death of a 26-year-old woman who died this week from complications during childbirth. Eloise Dupuis needed a blood transfusion, a medical practice that goes against her faith as a Jehovah's Witness. Now, some of her loved ones are questioning whether Dupuis was unduly influenced to refuse the treatment.
Such treatment of God's people, though, is to be expected in these last days.
Parents, what future do you want for your children? Has the governing body changed its position regarding the pursuit of higher secular education? No. Young people, ask yourself, why am I considering additional education? If we are in continued association with those who do not believe the same, it can erode our thinking and convictions. Some have felt that spending time with non-believers in a university setting is no different than working secularly with those who do not share our beliefs. And in fact, bad associations in the workplace can be a real danger. However, it is one thing to work on a job with others and quite another matter to immerse oneself in an institution of learning. Higher learning can easily influence thinking and attitudes. Elders in congregations that are in close proximity to universities are well aware of the repeated scenario of parents coming to the Kingdom Hall with a child that they're dropping off to attend the nearby university. Sadly, often in a few weeks or months, the child begins missing meetings. And not too long into the school year, he totally disappears. Then the parents are upset with the local body of elders for not shepherding their child. My question is, who dropped them off at the university? So where does the responsibility really lie? Where does the